Congratulations on choosing the Dildo Party Kit for your event. Your kit for 5 guests should include Please note that silicone will stain your clothing, so if you'd like to put on an apron or wear something different, do so now. There are many different ways that you can customize your toy. You could make it all one color, do a split pour. You can even mix and match the pigments included in this kit to create a color of your own. In this video, we're going to show you how to do a fade and a marble pour, starting with the marble pour. For your marble pour, you're going to select 2 colors. I chose pink and purple. You'll notice on your dildo mold there is some grease inside. That's the mold release, so make sure that you don't wash that or else your toy's not going to come out at the end. We're going to start by building our box. This will give us all of our instructions as we go through the process. So step 1, put the mold inside of our stand. Step 2, we're going to add 40 milliliters of A into each of our cups. You're going to want to put these on a surface while you pour so you can get the level just right. Step 3, we're going to add 2 heaping scoops of each of your selected pigments into the cup. Now we're going to mix the pigment in. You want to do this slowly so you're not creating too many bubbles while you're doing it, but make sure you're doing it very thoroughly to get all the color mixed in. Step 4, we're going to add 40 milliliters of part B now, so we'll have 80 in total in our cups. Step 5 is to mix these together. Now remember, again, we're going to do this slowly but thoroughly to not create any bubbles. Also, once these 2 mixtures, A and B, are in the cup together, it begins to cure, so we have about 10 minutes of working time. At step 6, we're going to pour our silicone into our mold. While pouring your silicone, try not to hit the edges of the mold, which will cause streaking. We're going to aim for the center. We're also going to pour from far away from the mold and very slowly. The slower you pour, the less bubbles you're going to have in your final product. So for this step, I'm going to stand up to pour my mold. For the marble pour, we're going to pour one color on top of the other while we're pouring, and then rotate slightly. Again, trying to get it in the center of the mold. You may need to scrape the edges to get the rest of your silicone out. You may notice that your mold isn't completely filled to the top, but that's okay. We're gonna let this sit for 2 hours now, and then we'll demold it. So now let's learn how to do a fade. Now for the fade. I already have my 80 milliliters of black pigmented silicone and my 80 milliliters of blue pigmented silicone. Now remember, we're gonna pour this slowly and from far away. First, I'm gonna start with pouring my blue pigment in, because I want blue to be the tip of the toy. After I pour about half of the pigment, I'll then pour it on top of the black pigment and then pour from that cup until it's empty. You'll notice that the toy didn't make it all the way to the top, so I'm adding a little bit of blue into the center. It shouldn't affect the fade, but it'll add more silicone to your final product. Now it's time to relax. Go grab some drinks, and we'll see you in 2 hours. All right, so let's remove our mold from our box. Put that aside. Then we're gonna slowly peel back this mold. It should release pretty easily, so don't try to force it. We're just gonna peel this mold back. Oops. You can turn it inside out, that's all right. But it should come off pretty cleanly. A little suction at the end. There it goes. All right. And that is our marble. All right, now for the fade, we're gonna do the same thing. Take it out of the box, release it from the mold, and then just turn it inside out. There it goes. There we go. That is our fade. Thank you so much for making dildos with me today. I had a blast and I hope you did too. I'd love to see all of your designs that you came up with. You can tag us on our social media. And I hope you all have a good rest of your party. Bye.